What's going on, you guys? Ready for this? Jussie Smollett is
Live TV.
live television, suing the city of Chicago and his alleged co-conspirators. Horses in the front, we have some petty reactions to the Grammys, and Princess Love is ready to scooty bike on out of her Ray J marriage. This is Don't Be Scared. What's going on? Who else?
Stand in your truth.
Who else?
Stand in your truth. The Chicago, they are shitty.
I was gonna say, who else is ready to sue the shitty of Chicago?
Yeah, this Chicago.
I'm sure Jussie Smollett is not the only person
Smollett.
who wants to sue the city of Chicago.
Hey, I love it.
I mean, America is supposed to be a place that. Well, we'll get to that. I guess. We'll get to Jussie.
How are you guys
But I
feeling?
just think that if you want to call the
The
Chicago
city of
police
Chicago.
shitty,
Yeah.
you can.
Thank you.
Stand in your truth.
Thank
black
you for
woman.
giving me that grace.
The
that
Chicago
right.
police. The
Yes.
people of Chicago are relatively
No,
good.
Yeah, they're cool. No,
Yeah,
I like the people of Chicago, but the police.
Chicken and Sanders, cinnamon rolls.
Oh, what's the pizza place everybody likes?
I'm a Giordano's person.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm a
That's the
Illuminati's
one.
kind of guy.
Okay.
I like Illuminati.
I'm a Giordano's.
I've never been to Chicago, but I hear great things.
Yeah.
You never got flued out to Chicago?
The guy I was dating from Chicago was really broke, so that didn't happen.
Oh, man.
He could at least got you a Frontier
I
or
know.
a Spirit, something.
Spirit, you
I
get
mean,
a
like
Spirit.
really broke. I
You
mean,
give
like
the Spirit
really
for-
broke. It was bad. It was bad,
Can
you
you get a
guys.
train up there?
No.
No double.
No double entendre
train
because it
ticket.
sounded
A train ticket.
okay.
ticket.
I
Alright.
take it. Okay.
Of a train
Yeah, sure. Why
to go
not?
with one person.
Really? Okay.
Transportation
just
is
a
transportation.
single.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scenic. All that stuff.
It's not happening. It wasn't happening. It'll
No.
never. Yeah.
Alright.
I'll get to Chicago one day. I'll
One
get
day.
there.
I mean, you know what they say. You know, he was poor. He was struggling. Might have been worth it.
No.
You know what they say about
No.
the struggle.
No, I think he's like homeless now. It's not worth
Well,
it.
hey,
Trust me.
that's
Anyways,
even better from what the lady told me. I mean, it might have,
that's the move right there.
It might have
The
worked it out. for you.
homosexuals.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ah,
you know, the Grammy nominations came out. They caused hilarious chaos. I'm not exactly sure why, but someone who definitely is sure is one David. Tell us all about it.
All right, let's talk about the Grammys. But first, before we get to the Grammys, I want to talk about a Black award that happened this weekend, which was the Soul Train Music Awards, and the fact that Ari Lennox was very upset that she did not get her Soul Train Music Award, and everybody was looking at her like, "Why are you upset? It's just a Soul Train Music Award." I, a Black, am excited and happy to see Ari Lennox be so upset that she did not get a Soul Train Music Award. I think it's the energy that most of us should maintain. We should care about these Black awards. We should care that we did not get honored by our own people, because Lord knows the whites will not do that for us. Let's talk about the Grammys, right? The Grammys this year, like most years, has no idea of the pulse of what's going on with Black music and Black folks. As we know, the Big Four Awards had no hip-hop in the awards. I mean, Lizzo was in there, and the Cowboy Man was in there, Panini was in there, and Billy Ray Cyrus, they were in there. But that's not necessarily really hip-hop. But also, we talk about the hip-hop categories. One thing that was glaringly missing from the hip-hop categories was any women, any Black women. This was the year of women in hip-hop. We had great albums around. We had Meg Thee Stallion's album. We had Rhapsody. We had all these projects of Black women that were not honored, and a lot of people are upset and throwing fits about it. But here's what we should do. We should ignore the Grammys. Those awards don't mean anything. Those awards are really voted on by a lot of white people, and the awards go to a lot of white people. Adele beat Beyonce. Beck beat Beyonce. Kendrick Lamar does not have an album of the year. It has been 15, 16 years since we had a hip-hop act win album of the year, and half that album was being sung. That's Outkast, Speak About Club Below. Before that was Lauryn Hill in 1998, where she rapped on like a song and a half. The thing is, the Grammys are not for us. Now, artists, I understand that you've lived your whole lives and gone your whole careers trying to win these awards. I'm not telling you to disregard these and get rid of your dreams, but for the rest of us, we can ignore the Grammys. All they're going to do is trot out all these black artists to perform. Lil Nas X is going to have a big showcase. Lizzo's going to have a big thing. 21 Savage may perform. They're going to have us perform. We're going to bring the ratings. And at the end of the day, it'll be some white who wins the award and leaves us wondering how. And they're going to get all the attention from black outrage. It is a system that perpetuates, that's been going on since the beginning of time with the Grammys. Ignore them. We don't need the Grammys. You're fine. You will see LL Cool J announcing things somewhere else. You do not need to watch and pay attention to the Grammys. Instead, come on back. BET Awards, Soul Train Awards, NAACP Awards, Murder Dog. I'm sure they got an award show still going on. Any of those people, let's pay attention to their award shows and leave the whites to themselves. The end.
What about the Source Awards?
Source Awards.
Yeah.
Source Awards.
You have to wear something to tie
If you
it.
haven't been stabbed at the Source Awards,
Yeah.
did it really happen?
Hello?
I prefer to watch LL Cool J on like CSI.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is all he's gonna do is like speak really slow and lick his lips and introduce
And
something.
give the award to a white person.
I just,
And be amazed at the people in the room.
I don't know. It's interesting to see how polarizing the Grammys still are, because you have people like Lil Nas X and Lizzo, and of course they're ecstatic because they got all these nominations. But then you have someone like Goldlink, and he's pissed. And he's not only pissed for himself, he's pissed for everybody. He's calling them out because they didn't give Tyler the Creator one, and I kind of feel him on that. I'm like, there are all these great albums, and it's just like they didn't even get a single look. You know what I mean?
Well, they don't speak. They're not what the Grammys don't speak for what we like.
Yeah.
Right? The Grammys does not like the fact that YB recorded. Like I don't know who made that happen. His album is great.
Yeah.
His album is
One of
great,
my favorite albums
deserving
of
of all the accolades. I don't know who got these white people to listen to that album and who got them to vote on that, but congratulations on that. But the fact is, like, they do not speak to nor for us or anything. Like, they are not indicative of what's hot with black folks.
Well, I will say this: there are black people on the Grammy committees in some of these categories. Now, I don't know how it works behind the scenes as far as who gets influence on the final word and how that whole thing goes about. But I know there are black people inside the Grammy committee, I believe like Ninth Wonder, who are trying to get, change the perception of what's going on and try to make it just so that the artists who do, bust their ass to make these records and really live out this dream that they have can get the recognition that they want to get, and the public also feel that it's just. Now, I don't know how long it will take to convince the viewing public that this thing is anything close to fair, but I know he's trying. I know there's other people behind the scenes that are trying. But at the same time, people are outraged every year. It's been going on for like a decade
It
now,
really
or close
has.
to a
It's a
decade.
thing.
Every year, people
Yeah.
are mad about the Grammys. So I guess my question is, do they have power or any clout or not? Because why is this still a thing? If we're going to ignore them, then just ignore it and let it be. But if we're going to be mad at them every year, then it's kind of like they're winning. Because at this point, they don't really
Well, people
care.
can't give up on them because the Grammys just have that name,
Yeah, the
right?
Grammys, it's a thing. It's
Like
just-
Grammy,
They have that
Grammy
name.
nominated,
They
Grammy
have that name
winner.
because we allow them to have that name. Like at the moment, Adele, who is wonderful, we all love Adele. The moment Adele touched the Grammy Award over Lemonade, we should have just been like, that's it.
It's over now.
You are tainted. You're done.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
should have been like the award version of when Tommy Hilfiger went on Oprah and said, I don't like them N-words, allegedly. Like, we just get rid of it. Like, we
Listen,
don't,
man.
just get rid of it.
Black people are loyal people. Like there's no difference between the Grammys and the Democrats, right? Like they haven't done anything for us, and yet we're still here, putting ballots in boxes. So like,
Well, they're not Trump.
I guess that who's the Trump version of award shows?
Like CMT.
The CMT,
CMT.
yeah,
Obviously.
CMT.
Obviously.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Obviously,
Fair enough.
clear. CMTs.
Clearly. All right. So someone else who has a big issue these days, Jussie Smollett.
Smollett.
Smollett. He is back in the headlines. He is actually suing the city of Chicago and the man that they say he allegedly worked with to stage this alleged fake hate crime.
A lot of alleging.
A lot of alleging. So we reported on this exclusively. Our wonderful exclusive content editor, Jennifer Cunningham, actually scooped this story, and according to court papers, He said that the cops spread malicious lies about him and they coerced his alleged attackers into implicating him as the mastermind of this January 2019 attack, promising them that they'd be going free in exchange for accusing Smollet. So, do you think he has a case here? You know, is it the city of Chicago against Jussie, or is it Jussie against himself?
I can't help but I still feel like everybody's lying in this case. I still feel like the city of Chicago is lying. I still feel like Jussie's lying. I still feel like these Osundarip
brothers,
those guys.
Yes.
I feel like they're lying somewhere in there too, and it's so convoluted at this point that I'm almost I don't care really anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was done wrong, so if he can get his lawsuit off and get a couple dollars for the time he missed on Empire and whatever else his agent wasn't able to book him for because they felt like he was involved in this scheme. Get your money, player. Like I'm not mad at you.
If Jussie could get off scot-free the first time without anything, he's getting some money.
He's gonna
from
get
this.
paid.
Jussie
He's
has
gonna get paid.
good lawyers.
Yeah.
That's that good Smollet money.
Yeah, Smollet money is different.
Paying for those lawyers. Like he's good to go.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. There are two things can be true.
Okay.
Jussie could have made up that story.
A little fudgy.
He could have made and the cops could have lied too.
Absolutely.
That is
Especially the Chicago
Right.
cops.
It's the old Orenthal situation, right? Where you may have done it,
Not orange.
But-
Not the juice.
you may have possibly done it,
But-
also the cops may have planted some evidence.
So there might be a Mark
that's-
Furman in your situation
Right, so that's how
somewhere.
you get off. I just think that, with Trump in here and all these international incidents, that we have a prominent French actor in America who is going through this.
French
Right?
actor.
Like, who knows what can happen between America and Paris now? America and France. French might feel like their
care
own
with that.
Smollet came over here and can't make a living without being harassed by the police.
Mm-hmm.
You take this to the UN.
No.
Coalition building.
Right.
No, I don't think so. I'm interested to see how it turns out. I don't know. I don't know what to make of Jussie these
Well, let me
days.
ask you this. How do you value what Jussie Smollett has lost in this situation? Like, what do you think
Like,
this
what's the price
lawsuit...
tag?
Yeah, what's the price tag on what's reasonable for Jussie Smollett to get from the city of Chicago? Like, does he get 7 figures out of this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
going to
going
sue
to.
for it. He can get that.
He'll probably get like $2 million.
Well, what really should happen is that they should just bring up the footage of him calling himself the gay Tupac, and just dismiss all of
And
it.
then they're like, yeah, you know what, bro?
That was a
Like, we
Case
tried
closed,
to help
we're
you out.
done.
We tried
That
to
was a
help you
bridge too
out.
goddamn
but
far.
yes,
Yeah,
but like,
All right, so someone else who's taking things a little far, Dame Dash, was recently arrested for being back behind on child support for $400,000. So if you're wondering how this happened, it's because Dame has 2 baby mamas, and both of them said, you ain't paid child support in a very long time. So after he paid it, he actually paid $1 million to get off for this. After this, he told the people outside, they're attacking me because I'm a black man, and this is the system against me, and can you believe that? And Dame Dash, you gotta chill. I like Dame, but Dame, there's like sensible, and then there's like Dame Dash. Sometimes he just takes it too far.
I mean, I love Dame Dash too. Dame Dash has brought us a lot of great entertainment moments.
God.
He's done a lot of
He
things
is.
in
He is so
business
memeable.
that will, stand the test of time as far as what he built with Rockefeller. But like, Dame, brother, what is going on? Like, as transparent as you were about how much money you spend on white tees, I feel like you should be just as transparent about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
How do you get behind $1 million in child support? I don't even know how that happens. Like,
That's Stevie J. He knows.
that's a lot of child support that you just haven't. So you just abandoning your children? Like, I don't understand. Like, how
maybe he didn't update his Google Calendar and just forgot to
Oh, okay.
forgot to do the
He
monthly.
had so much on there.
Sometimes when you put the Google Calendar together,
Uh-huh.
I'm a professional, so I know
Oh,
this stuff.
okay.
I'm a
Oh,
very busy,
okay.
very
Alright.
busy person.
Professional child support player,
and
or-
sometimes I'm a professional in life.
Oh.
And so sometimes, like, if you put a date on there, it doesn't go to the next month, and you
Oh.
forget, and you just get back behind $400,000. It's fine. It happens to the best of us.
yeah, sure.
So the last time when you had this $400,000 debt, like how long did it take you to pay it?
Oh, I just called Navient and said F you. That's what happened.
There we go.
Last time
There
I
we
And it
go.
was all
That was
free
it.
and
There we
clear.
go. There we
Stop,
go.
You
man.
come get it out
Can
of
you be
my
my
dead
lawyer?
body.
I forget Jussie Smollett's lawyer. Can you be my lawyer?
I'll be your lawyer. I'll call Navient for you.
Really?
Tell them the S&D.
The thing that makes this crazier to me is that he was really pressing Lee Daniels
Yes.
for the $2 million that he
Remember
owed him. So
Well, that's
I'm
why
like,
he needed it to pay them damn children.
But that was
Lee Daniels is taking food out of James Dash's kids' mouths.
That was 8 months ago. What have you been doing with the $2 million that Lee Daniels supposedly gave you back for the last 8 months?
Children gotta eat.
I don't.
Maybe he shops at Publix.
There's not enough Air Force
Groceries are
Ones in
expensive.
Harlem for you to blow that kind of money
Have you
and
ever
not
have
take
you
care of your
ever shopped
responsibilities.
at Whole Foods?
Oh no. Now Whole Foods, fair enough.
Fair enough. If
You
he's
could
buying
go
his kids
through-
Whole Foods, he's out $2 million.
He should have his own Whole Foods. He's the
Immediately.
boss. He should have his own. The same. His son got cookies.
Well, the
he should
media
have.
is against him, so he can't be his own Whole
People
Foods.
aren't
I
buying
thought
like
you
Armadale anymore. People aren't buying like
No.
Pro-Kids. Is this not
No.
a thing that's going on?
No.
Is it,
Like,
who are we? So who is getting more PR flack these days? James Dash, Jay-Z. Who would rather be?
Who would you rather?
Who
I know who would rather be. Who?
I was gonna say,
I would rather be Jay-Z
Who's getting it worse?
if we're doing that, but
I mean, let's go down the list, right? So, Jay-Z is under scrutiny for his deal with the NFL.
Yes.
So that's like a mark on his side.
okay.
Dame Dash is probably broke based off the things that have happened in the public square. So maybe there's a little trouble there. Jay-Z still has his family, still has his wife, still has his kids.
Still has Beyonce. What
He
more
still
do
has
you need?
Beyonce. Dame Dash has children that are mostly with him, I guess.
All right. Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. I'm just.
All right. So we're gonna move on from that, but we're gonna talk about someone who's back at it again. Masika Kalysha is big mad at her baby daddy Fetty Wap, and I'm here with Danny's dating lowdown to tell you all the reasons
boy.
why. All right, so Masika Kalysha, say that 2 times fast. She is formerly of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and she, of course, has a baby with Fetty Wap. They have a beautiful daughter named Kari Barbie, but there is some trouble afoot. According to Masika, Fetty Wap's new wife posted a picture with her daughter, and she is upset about it. She posted and said that the wife was going to get a black eye. She was very upset about this. She waited till she was out of town to post this picture. Apparently, she doesn't want her child around this new wife. But there's much more because the new wife wants a divorce from Fetty Wap. She married him in August and she's already done with him and they're not seeing, wait for it, eye to eye. So, what? You liked it. You liked it. You caught it. You got it. It was such a cheap shot. I know. What do you think about poor Fetty Wap? He's getting divorced after just being married since August. His baby mama is mad at him. What's new? His baby mama, one of what, 8? He has tons of kids.
I mean, Fetty Wap married this woman, correct?
Yes.
So this isn't like one of the chicks that Tory Lanez is mad at, like asking him to buy bags. This is his wife.
Leandra is his wife.
So if you're Masika, did you really think that your child, who you share custody with this other man, was not going to have your child around his new wife? Like, how is this? I don't understand what she's
that
so
would be her
outraged
stepmom,
about. I can
right?
see if it
I
was
don't
like, okay, this is like
really-
some. I mean, and I saw the Instagram post. She called her all kind of whores and cheap
Yeah.
tricks and all kind of things. So I'm like, okay, you don't respect this woman. That's
Yes.
fine. But he's married to her. It's not like this isn't his girlfriend. This isn't a little like knockoff joint that he had after the club.
It's a whole wife.
It's his whole wife. Like, where is he supposed to put the kid? He's supposed to get a babysitter, a daycare, so that the child can't be around the wife. I don't understand what she thought was going to happen here.
I'm sure.
I got nothing.
Come on.
Oh, what you say? Fetty Wap got 8 baby mamas. Like,
I know.
like he's used to this. He don't give a shit what's
But
going on.
we
he
just
doesn't get
thought that Fetty was on the up and up.
Like,
He
I don't
was
even
moving
got- I
on.
ain't
He
even
got
got-
married.
I don't even have 8 friends. Like, this man got 8 baby mamas and they fighting each other. Like, he's used to it. Like, I don't even know. I couldn't even get 8 people in the room together and have them not fighting each other. Man, I got 8 baby mamas. Shout out to him, I guess. Whatever.
Whatever.
Maybe he got a latex allergy. I don't know. But shout out to him.
All right, you hate to see it. But one thing that we definitely love to see is we have a special guest today on Don't Be Scared.
All right.
We have none other than Mr. Domani Harris. He is going to be here to talk about the Grammys. Domani, what's up? Thank you for coming here. How you doing? Good. So, we were just talking about the Grammy Awards. David thinks that they should be ignored. What do you think about the Grammys?
feel like if you're an artist, it should be about the art.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Do you feel like would you get personally any validation by standing in front of a room full of your peers and all the people in the industry accepting an award that says Domani put out the best album, the best song, the best vocal performance? Would that do anything for you personally?
I mean, yeah. Well, me personally as an artist, I would like to know that I reached my fans and my people and I changed lives positively. And I think a lot of people relate that with winning an award. So I would see where that,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one person that is nominated for a Grammy this year is J. Cole. That Dreamville album is up for a Grammy, and people are always comparing you to, and we actually heard that Cole himself called you up. So what do you think about him being nominated for a Grammy? And then tell us more about like y'all's relationship.
I think it's dope, like I said, that people symbolize that as like that recognition, like I'm headed in the right direction. I affected a lot of people positively. So I think that's dope. And then he put a lot of artists on. He put a lot of young artists, up and coming artists on with that album. So I feel like that's dope. And our relationship, we had a long conversation one time, just talking about just the music industry and stuff like that. He's real cool. Yeah, he's cool, down to earth. He's a dope guy.
Dope. So one thing I think is really special about you is that, of course, your dad is T.I., but you have your own lane, you have your own voice, you're doing your own thing. What is the last piece of music advice that your dad gave you?
I mean, it's like so much. Like everything could go back to music. So it's hard to say. I mean, I know when I was young, he was just saying take it serious. Yeah. And I didn't really understand it then because I wasn't really taking it serious. I'm a kid. Music was just like another creative thing to do. I was always doing everything, painting, building stuff, just doing weird creative stuff. So music was just another thing for me to do. So I didn't really take it serious. It wasn't until I got older until I realized, like, if people actually spending their hard-earned money, like, people got real jobs and get paid like a certain amount every, however, and they spend it on you and come out to your shows, to get entertained because they love and support you. You gotta take that serious.
Absolutely. So we watch The Family Hustle. We love seeing the whole Harris family on there. Are there any times when you're worried that the camera's gonna catch too much because you seem really chill, really cool? Or do you ever feel like they're invading your privacy?
Nah, not really. We all comfortable for real. Okay. The crew, we got a relationship with the crew. I haven't been there in a minute, but I still run into people, to this day, and just got a relationship with them. And then it's just family. When you're with your family, you feel comfortable. Like you forget the cameras is there, and you just do what you do.
So one thing I'm curious about, and this is just me, I just feel like there's this Harris family group chat. And it's you, it's your sisters, it is your dad in there. Like, is there a group chat with the whole Harris family?
Definitely.
Really? Yes. What goes on in the group chat? Is your dad sending you like dictionary words? Like, what's happening?
Man, I mean, just whatever we want to happen, for real. We might just send each other memes, or we might just, say what's going on, or, we all might be out of town doing our own thing, just checking on each other. Just regular family stuff.
Do you still roast your pops?
All the time.
Because there was a post that if anybody's watching this can go back on BOSSIP and find this post. There was an Instagram war that y'all had that was like a while. That was probably 3-4 years ago now, maybe even longer than that. That was the funniest thing in the world to me. So is there any chance that we can see like Domani and Tip roast each other in some type of public forum? Can we get like an Instagram live for y'all roasting each other? Or some type of death comedy jam where it's just you and your pops and y'all just go at it for like 30 minutes or so?
Man, we do it so much,
It's just normal.
It's just normal, That's like how we greet each other. We just got that relationship. Like, that's my dad, but that's my friend too.
Right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so
That's dope. So Thanksgiving is coming up. And this is me in my mind. I just picture the grand spread at the Harris family household, T.I.'s at the head of the table, Tiny's at the other end. What is it like during the holidays with this big, beautiful family? Like, what is it like?
Man, you never know.
Yeah.
It might change every year.
Okay.
Might wake up and then somebody say, hey, let's go to L.A. for Christmas.
Okay.
So
But you know we're available if you ever just need.
Hey,
I know you got a lot of food over
I
there. Come eat. Like we can do that.
Yeah.
Is there any type of Thanksgiving tradition? Because I know some families have like games they play or something. Is there like a Harris family potato sack race? Is there like a Harris family water gun fight? Is there something that y'all do just amongst y'all during family time?
I don't know about Thanksgiving. Of course, we eat and we, you know, might go to. We got a lot of houses to go to. We got a big family.
People to see. Yeah, that's the thing. Even with a huge spread, you still got to go pick up plates.
Exactly.
I feel like that's still an important part of Thanksgiving.
Exactly, but I would say Easter. You know, we always did the Easter egg hunt, and then you know, people in the family, they bring their kids, their nephews, cousins, and they I got too old for it eventually, so I started hiding the eggs. But yeah, you find the eggs, and then it's like, you know, they color coded, and you get money for it. So you get in the line, you know, pops pay everybody. So that's what we usually do, like every year.
That's dope.
But Thanksgiving, we probably just eat, just go over people's houses.
I got one more music question for you. You just got off the road with Rhapsody and Big Crit, correct?
That's right.
Doing their tour. You did some dates with them. And I got a chance to see you perform at Tree Sound a couple months ago. What did you learn from that tour performing that maybe surprised you? Something that you didn't know prior to getting on a stage that big and really doing your thing?
Since that was really like my first time like getting out and really seeing like how people really vibe with my music. So I didn't know people like really enjoyed my music that much. And I was really just learning Rhapsody and Big Crit, learning like how they interact with the crowd, how the crowd interact with them. Every time I got off stage, I got in the crowd and I watched them. So I was just taking notes, and everybody had stories to tell me how my music affected them and how them got through things and stuff like that. I guess I would say that surprised me.
Okay.
What's the craziest story a fan told you?
I don't know, man. Just a couple of them just get their eyes get watered.
Yeah.
What is your first reaction to that? When you see a fan come up to you, they're crying, like what are you thinking in your mind?
That must be mind-blowing.
I don't know. Of course it's a good thing because you
Right, there's somebody that's appreciating your work.
Exactly.
But also in tears. That's gotta be a weird.
I really can't explain it. All I know is I used to see this happen to celebrities that I looked up to, and now I see it happening to me. That's big.
Yeah.
Just know I'm headed in the right direction.
For sure.
Is your dad protective of you being in this industry because he's a legend, he's been in it forever? Is he still kind of like, I don't really want you to do this? Does he ever kind of caution you on anything?
Yeah, all the time. It's just about, you know, whether things are good looks or just not a good look at all. You know, I talk to him all the time. But yeah, he's a parent. He always wants the best. He's gonna always, you know, give his advice, give his opinion. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to follow, you know, what I feel is best. Yeah. But I kind of know, you know, what's a good look and what's not.
Absolutely. I think you have great discernment with that. So, 2020, what is next for Domani?
2020. I know we got the European tour coming up next with Jid and Grip. We're gonna be out there.
That's gonna be fire.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I heard they really appreciate hip hop out there.
Yeah, I feel like Jid's crowd is so. I don't know if you've been to one of his shows or not, but like his crowd is real rowdy.
Yeah.
Like, they like the energy. They want to jump around. They want to really be into the music. So that's
exactly.
To see how they take on your stuff. 'Cause I see in what I saw at your show, you seem to have a lot of big energy. Your band is dope. So like I think that'll be a good
Thank you.
A whole band. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, just that and a lot of learning, a lot of growing, you know.
For sure.
Is there anybody in particular next year that you really want to work with?
It's really just who I catch a vibe with, you know. Energy's got to meet, you know, be on the same page. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Organic.
Absolutely. Okay, so let us know where we can keep up with you. Where can we follow you, hear more of your music?
Of course, you will follow me on Instagram at Domani, Domani. Time will tell. My latest album that dropped.
Go grab that.
Yeah,
Go grab that.
It's on all platforms, and you know, just catch me in the streets. I'm walking around, you know.
Awesome.
Might be passing out flyers. You never know. So yeah.
Awesome.
A blue collar rapper. I like it.
Yeah, for the people.
For the people. Out here.
Awesome. But before we get out of here, make sure you head to BOSSIP and check out these other stories. Rocky Luther King, ASAP Rocky is going back to Sweden, and here's why. But why though? The game recruited some pregnant baddies for his album, and we're all perplexed. And Mr. Steal Your Girl is Megan Thee Stallion, big old booed up with Trey Songz. This is Don't Be Scared. Don't be scared to watch, because you might end up on the Summer Jam screen, but maybe you might like it. See you next time. Bye.
All right.
Okay.